All right, the very last things we're going to learn in this section, because we are now coming to a close, is just some basic formatting, right? And then how to export this as a PDF so you can start, showing your parents and your girlfriend and all that kind of stuff, and your partner and your dogs and all that kind of stuff. So here's some things we can do to tweak. First thing is, if I scroll down here, I want to add a title. So I just click on here, right? And now I've got a title. And if you want to edit this, you just double click and you go, my first dashboard. And by default, it's going to name it by whatever you name down here. So you can see sheet 2 is named from this. So if you change this one at the bottom, it will change the one up here. Okay. And what I've done here is I just put a center justification. I just put a bold on it. I'm going to make it blue. Okay. And I'm going to make it 22. These are my standard settings. And you go, okay. So now I can see here. And you can adjust this size however big you want. Okay. That's the first thing. The other things I would change here is, for example, in here, I can't really see the name. So maybe I'm going to put this on the left side, right? Let's put this one on top of the other. So a lot of this is just now the tweaking. Let's rotate this, use that transpose function. Okay. Let's make this a little bit narrower. We don't really need it to be this wide. Okay. Let's go here. Let's make this one a little bit less. So now we can see the countries a little bit better. Right? I can actually rotate this. So if I right click and go rotate label, so now I have the regions here, and I have this little white space. That's actually the headers here. I can just get rid of that. So hide. Okay. We don't need country because it's obvious they're countries. Okay. Let's make that. Categories, we have this label. We don't need it. We just hide. Okay. In this one, you've got profit, sales, order date. This one's actually not too bad, but this one should actually maybe be a bit longer or a bit higher, right? Like so. Okay, right? This one we can probably leave as is. We don't need the second one because remember we've synchronized the axis, so we actually hide one of them. Okay. This one is fine. And now what we're going to do is we're just going to introduce some labels, right? So same thing with the titles. We can just double click here on sheet 2 and let's call this by country, right? I always do that with the O, right? And let's make it center justified. Okay. Let's do this one by, I think this was by segment from memory. And the shortcut I'm using is Control E on your keyboard to get center justify. So Control L, Control R for the right. Yeah, little shortcut. This one will be profit and sales over time. Okay, Control E. This one will be moving sales. All right, Control E. And this one, I think this one was by segment, but it doesn't really matter. Control E and OK. Right? And that's basically the formatting I would do. And you can see how it looks. And this is one of the things I do like about Tableau, in that it looks very sleek. It looks very clean. Click view is just so, like, I feel like I'm in the 80s again. I was born in 1987, but I feel like I'm in the early 80s when I see some of the click view designs, right? It just looks so old and dated, right? So from here, I can now save this as a picture, as a PDF, right? So I'll show you both of them. If I click on dashboard up here, I can go copy image, right? So that's now on my clipboard. I can open up Microsoft Paint and just go paste, right? And crop. So now we can do whatever we want with this. We can attach it to an email, right? You can do it that way, or you can go file, print to PDF, okay? And you can change it from entire workbook means it's going to print each one of these individually, but we don't. We just want this one, so we just go active sheet. We want it to be, let's say, A4 landscape, and go OK. Right? It's going to ask me where I want to save it. Let's just go downloads, save. It's going to do its thing. Chuga, 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 chuga. Right? And there you go. The only reason I don't like using PDF is I can't size it or add it to other things. Like if I'm going to put it in a Word document, or I'm going to put it in an email where I got to add some text underneath, I can't really do that. But some people like using the PDF function. And that is basically it. You can now do Tableau, right? So you can go ahead, do the beginner course that's coming up, or you can just go have fun, go play, chuck heaps of data in, do graphics, play with different things. You know, you can even use this show me, right? You can do all sorts of like different graphics in here. Just play, just have fun, right? It is endless what you can do with this kind of technology. It's just incredible, right? It just goes on and on. And it's just so simple to, do things. And you can just go undo. You make a mistake, just undo. Easy, right? So I hope you enjoyed, and I will see you at the next section.